Welcome back, everyone. Today we're taking a deep dive into The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod,
Oh, yeah, this one.
a book that's, well, made quite a splash in the personal development world.
Definitely. Tons of buzz around this one.
We're working with excerpts from the book itself, trying to extract those golden nuggets for you.
Yeah, I'm excited to dig in and see what makes this book tick for so many people.
Right. What makes it resonate?
Yeah.
Well, the book starts off, with Hal Elrod's own story.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty powerful one. I mean, he talks about surviving this horrific car accident
Oh, wow.
where he was,
I didn't know that.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was declared clinically dead for 6 minutes.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. And then
On top of
that, he had to relearn how to walk.
Oh, jeez.
He had a broken pelvis, a broken femur.
So this isn't just like a fender bender. This is serious stuff.
This is major. And it makes you think, like,
Right. How do you even
come back from something like that?
how do you even start to
Right. But he did. He came back. He became, like a top salesperson, a motivational speaker, like really defined the odds.
That's amazing.
And yet,
Yeah.
even with those outward achievements,
Right.
he was struggling financially. He
Wow.
contemplated suicide.
Really? So it's like that classic,
Yeah.
success on the outside, but
Totally.
struggling on the inside.
Right. Not everything is,
Yeah, that's a good reminder.
as it seems. Yeah.
Yeah, that external success doesn't always equal,
Inner peace.
Yeah, inner peace, happiness.
Right. So what was his turning point? Well, it all started during a run when he heard this quote
Okay.
by Jim Rohn. It totally
Oh, yeah, Jim Rohn.
shifted his perspective.
Right.
And Ron said, your level of success will rarely exceed your level of personal development.
Mm,
It's like that quote just hit him.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's like, it's simple, but
So simple, but
it's so powerful.
powerful.
Yeah,
Right. And that's what that quote was, like the seed for his Miracle Morning routine.
I see.
He realized, okay, I need to prioritize self-improvement, but I can't find the time for it.
Right, because you're busy with all this other...
I think we can all relate to that.
I know, I can.
Right. You're like,
I want to better myself, but where's the time?
it's hard to fit it in.
So Elrod decided to
Yeah.
experiment with mornings.
Okay.
He wasn't a morning person at first,
Oh, really?
but he created this structured routine that he calls the Life, SAVERS.
Oh, the Life, SAVERS. Yeah, I've heard of this.
Right. And
Yeah.
that's kind of, that acronym has become like
Right, synonymous with
the Miracle Morning.
the book.
And each letter represents a different practice.
Okay.
It's silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing, which is
Scribing. Okay.
just a fancy way of saying journaling.
Right, yeah, make it sound right, important. But what's interesting is he doesn't say you have to spend hours on each of these things.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's good because, yeah, who has time for that?
right. He's like, even just a few minutes can make a difference.
Okay, so it's like a little bite size
Yeah, like a
on the
turbo.
personal development.
Yeah, exactly. Like a little boost to start your day.
Makes sense.
So let's break it down.
Okay.
He starts with silence, which is things like, meditation or even just quiet reflection
Okay.
to kind of reduce stress and find some clarity.
So it's like a mental reset button almost.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't start your car without turning the key.
Right. Exactly.
Get things going.
You got it.
Get the engine running.
Yeah. Prime yourself for the day.
Then it's affirmations.
Okay.
And he believes that affirmations, they can reprogram our subconscious mind for success.
Interesting.
So you're writing down, positive statements about yourself and your goals, and you repeat them and you kind of internalize those beliefs.
So it's like you're feeding your mind
Yeah, it's like
a steady diet of positivity.
Yeah,
Instead of all the negative stuff we usually.
all the junk food,
Yeah, exactly.
the mental junk food.
Yeah, we're bombarded with all the time.
Then we have visualization,
Okay.
and he suggests creating a really vivid mental picture of yourself, achieving your goals, and really engaging all your senses in that process.
So like almost like creating a movie in your mind
Totally.
where you're the star living out your dream life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And then, of course, we have exercise,
Okay.
which even just a few minutes,
Yeah.
get that blood
Get
flowing,
the energy up.
boost your energy.
Yeah.
And then after exercise, we have reading.
Okay.
And he recommends, personal development books to kind of
Not just like,
gain new knowledge, expand your perspective.
scrolling through social media.
No, not the doom scrolling.
Something that actually, feeds your mind.
Yeah. And then finally, there's scribing, which is just journaling. And he suggests using this time for reflection, expressing gratitude,
Okay.
setting your intentions for the day.
So kind of like having a conversation with yourself on paper.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the rundown of the SAVERS.
Yeah.
But Elrod doesn't stop there.
Oh, there's more.
He delves into what he sees as the root causes of mediocrity.
Interesting.
And it's not what you might think.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, he kind of challenges the conventional thinking,
Yeah.
saying that mediocrity isn't about, laziness or lack of talent, but really it's a set of choices and mindsets that are holding us back.
Okay, so it's more about our internal world
Yeah,
than just external circumstances.
right. And he pinpoints 4 main culprits.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, the first one is a lack of purpose.
Makes sense.
He believes that without a clear sense of why you're doing what you're doing, it's easy to feel lost and just settle for,
Right, just going through the motions.
less than your best.
Yeah, not really feeling fulfilled.
Right.
Yeah.
The second culprit is what he calls isolating incidents,
Isolating incidents.
which is this idea
Not
that
that sure what that means.
we often treat each decision or action
Yeah.
as if it won't,
Oh, okay.
has no lasting impact.
Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like each decision is independent.
Yeah, like, one late night won't.
Right, one late night isn't a big deal, but then if you do that,
Right, but
But
all of those late nights add up.
right,
Right.
it catches up with you.
They accumulate.
Yeah.
Okay, the third culprit is a lack of accountability.
Okay, so this is like having someone to answer to.
Yeah, someone to
Keep you on track.
keep you on track.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Someone to check in with.
Because it's easy to, let things slide when you're only accountable to
Yeah,
yourself.
you're like, I'll
Yeah.
just do it tomorrow.
Yeah. Right, I'll start on Monday.
And then finally, he points to a lack of personal development.
Okay, so this goes back to that Jim Rohn quote.
Totally.
You've got to constantly be learning and growing
Right.
to reach your full potential.
Right. It's like tending to a garden.
Mhm.
Right.
Mm.
You gotta
You can't just plant the seeds and then forget about them.
you gotta nurture it.
You got to water them, fertilize them.
We gotta weed them.
Yeah, and he really drives home this point
About
about purpose and pushing past
Yeah.
self-imposed limitations with this story
Okay.
about running a 52-mile ultramarathon.
52 miles. That's crazy.
I know, and get this, he hated running.
Wait, what? He hated running.
Yeah,
But he ran an ultra marathon.
he hated it.
That doesn't make sense.
He had this
Right.
limiting belief about running that stemmed from his accident.
Right, because of the injuries.
Right, but he
Yeah.
decided to challenge himself anyway,
So he intentionally chose something.
that he was afraid of,
Yeah.
basically. Wow,
He was like, I'm going to
that's impressive.
conquer this.
Yeah,
And so he started small,
okay.
gradually increasing his mileage over 30 days.
So he worked his way up to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he called it, his journey from unbearable to unstoppable.
That's a great phrase.
Yeah.
Unbearable to unstoppable.
And it really makes you think, like, maybe our limits are often just beliefs that we've created in our own minds.
I like that.
Right. And then, to wrap things up, he has this really practical piece of advice.
Okay.
It's called the email that will change your life.
The email that will change your life. What is that?
I know, right?
I'm curious.
So he suggests this really powerful exercise
Okay.
in seeking constructive criticism.
Oh, interesting.
He believes that one of the best ways to accelerate our personal growth
Yeah.
is to ask for honest feedback from people we trust.
Oh, okay. So it's about being vulnerable.
Yeah, I know, it's a little stale.
It can be. Yeah.
But he provides a template for this email,
Oh, really? A template?
encouraging people to be specific in their requests for feedback.
So you're basically asking friends, family, colleagues, anyone you trust
Yeah.
to give you honest feedback on like where you can improve.
Right.
Wow.
So you're basically like, tell me my blind spots.
Yeah, that's brave.
Right.
So what kind of response has he gotten from this?
Well, he shares his own experience of sending this email to 23 people he trusted.
Wow, 23 people.
And he was, asking for their honest feedback. Like, where are my blind spots?
That's a lot of people
I know, right?
to put yourself out there like that.
And it was a vulnerable experience, he says, but he emphasizes that the insights he received
Yeah.
were invaluable.
So it was worth it,
Yeah.
even though it was probably a little scary
Yeah.
to hear that feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was definitely a step outside his comfort zone. But those are often the moments where we learn the most, right?
Totally. You got to face those fears. But let's be real. 6 practices before I've even had my coffee. I don't know about that.
You and me both. I hear you. That's why he has the 6-minute miracle morning.
Okay, that sounds more doable.
Right. It's for those of us who can or just don't want to spend a ton of time on this stuff.
So it's like a miracle morning light.
Exactly. You still hit all the life SAVERS, but just 1 minute on each.
That's actually really intriguing.
Right. Tell me more, I'm thinking.
Yeah, break it down.
Okay, so minute 1 is all about silence. Just sit there, close your eyes, focus on your breath.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Easy peasy, right?
Yeah, like a little moment of calm before the storm.
Exactly. Then, minute 2 is for affirmations. Read your list of positive statements. Focus on those qualities you want embodied, the goals you want to achieve.
It's like a mini pep talk to start the day.
Exactly. Remind yourself of your potential.
I like that.
Okay, minute 3, visualization time.
Okay.
Close your eyes and create a vivid mental picture of yourself achieving one of your goals.
Even just a minute, can that really make a difference?
It can, especially if you do it consistently.
Okay, I'm willing to try it.
Minute 4 is for scribing, which we'll call journaling.
Right.
Jot down one thing you're grateful for and one thing you're going to get done today.
Okay, a little gratitude and a little action plan.
Boom. Minute 5, pick up a personal development book and read 1 or 2 pages.
Okay, so I don't have to read the whole book in one sitting.
Nope, just a little bite-sized chunk of knowledge.
I can handle that.
And finally, minute 6, time for some exercise.
Okay, bring it on.
Jumping jacks, push-ups, running in place, whatever you like, get your heart rate up.
Awesome. So that's it, 6 minutes and I'm done.
That's the beauty of it. It's doable, even for the busiest people.
I love how approachable he makes it.
Right. It's not about being perfect, it's about consistency.
Small steps, big results.
Exactly. So going back to Elrod's own story, he actually used these principles himself to overcome some of his own challenges after the accident.
Oh, right. He mentions using affirmations to improve his memory, which is kind of surprising, given the severity of his injuries.
Yeah, it's almost counterintuitive, right?
Yeah, you'd think that would be a really tough thing to overcome.
He talks about constantly telling himself and others that he had a terrible memory.
Oh, so he was actually reinforcing the negative belief.
Exactly. It became a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Wow, that's a tough cycle to break.
It is. But he realized he needed to change his internal dialogue. So he started using affirmations to reprogram his subconscious mind.
Okay, interesting. What kind of affirmation did he use?
He doesn't give the exact words, but he talks about framing affirmations in the present tense as if it's already true. So instead of saying, I will improve my memory, he might say something like, my memory is sharp and clear.
I see. So it's about shifting your mindset from hoping for change to believing that change is already happening.
And it worked. He tells a story about how, after months of using affirmations, he was able to remember a friend's request without any issues, something that had been a real struggle before.
That's amazing. So those affirmations really can rewire our thinking.
They can. And, you know, that experience with affirmations had this ripple effect on other areas of his life, too. He started using them for confidence, relationships, even forming new habits.
So it's like that positive change in one area can create momentum in other areas.
Exactly. And it all goes back to his idea of seeking constructive criticism. He realized that affirmations are powerful, but they're even more powerful when combined with feedback from others.
That email that will change your life.
Oh.
Did he actually share any examples of people who benefited from sending that email? I'm still a little skeptical.
He did. He talks about his own experience sending the email to 23 people and the valuable insights he got from it. One friend pointed out some things about how he was coming across in professional and social situations that he wasn't even aware of.
I can imagine that was tough to hear.
Yeah, it was a humbling experience for him. He said he felt a little defensive at first, but then he realized that even if he didn't agree with all of the feedback, it was valuable information about how others perceived him.
That's a powerful lesson in self-awareness. It's not just about what we intend to communicate, but about how our actions are being interpreted by others.
And beyond his own experience, he shares stories from his coaching clients who've used this email strategy and had breakthroughs in their personal and professional lives. He talks about one client who realized through the feedback that he was coming across as arrogant and condescending, which was holding him back in his career.
Wow, that's huge. It's like those blind spots can really hold us back without us even realizing it.
And sometimes all it takes is that outside perspective to make us aware of them and help us grow.
It makes you wonder what blind spots we all have that we're not even aware of.
Right. It's a little scary, but also kind of exciting to think about the potential for growth.
Totally. So we've talked a lot about personal development, but What about finding our purpose? That's something I've been thinking about a lot lately.
That's a big one. Elrod actually talks about that quite a bit in The Miracle Morning. And he emphasizes that purpose doesn't have to be some grand, world-changing mission, although it can be.
Okay, that's good to know because sometimes it feels like it has to be this huge, overwhelming thing.
Right. He says it can be something much simpler, something that brings you joy or adds value to others' lives.
So it could be as simple as being kinder to people, pursuing a hobby, or volunteering.
Exactly. It's about finding something that resonates with you and gives you a sense of direction.
Makes sense. I also like how he emphasizes that your purpose can evolve over time, too.
Yeah, it's not set in stone. What mattered most to us 5 years ago might be different today.
Right. It's about staying connected to our values, passions, and aspirations as we grow and change.
And to illustrate the power of purpose and pushing past our limits, he shares that story about running the 52-mile ultramarathon, even though he hated running.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's hard to imagine choosing to run an ultramarathon when you're actually afraid of running.
Right. But he was inspired by others who had done it, and he realized that if they could do it, so could he. So he committed to a 30-day training program, pushing himself further each day.
That must have been a wild ride.
He described it as a journey from unbearable to unstoppable. He had to confront his physical limits, but also all those mental and emotional barriers.
Were there moments where he wanted to give up?
Oh, I'm sure there were. But he had the support of his friends, and his sense of purpose kept him going.
And he did it. He crossed the finish line. What an incredible story.
It's a testament to what we can accomplish when we set our minds to something.
And it's not just about the physical accomplishment. It's about overcoming fear, self-doubt, and limiting beliefs.
Exactly. It's about proving to yourself that you're capable of so much more than you think you are.
And that's what the Miracle Morning is all about. It's not just about waking up early. It's about waking up to your full potential.
That's a great way to put it. It's about designing a life that is aligned with your values, your passions, your purpose.
I love that. So inspiring. But I'm sure some people are listening and thinking, there's no way I can fit all of that into my morning, even the modified version.
I totally get that. It can feel overwhelming. But Elrod acknowledges that not everyone is going to be able to, or even want to, dedicate a lot of time to personal development every morning.
So he's not saying there's only one right way to do it.
Exactly. He emphasizes the importance of finding what works best for you. Maybe you start with the full life SAVERS routine. Maybe you try this 6-minute Miracle Morning. Maybe you just pick 1 or 2 practices that resonate with you.
So it's about finding a way to make personal growth a priority in a way that fits your individual life.
Right. And he also stresses the importance of being patient with yourself. Don't aim for perfection, aim for progress.
It's about those small, consistent steps in the right direction.
Exactly. And, he offers a really interesting perspective on how we view our lives in general. He encourages us to look beyond those external circumstances and focus on the internal aspects that shape our reality.
Yeah, that's something I've been trying to work on. It's so easy to get caught up in comparing ourselves to others and focusing on what we don't have rather than appreciating what we do have.
Yeah, absolutely. Elrod introduces this concept of PIES, which stands for the physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual aspects of each person. He argues that our lives aren't defined by our jobs, our money, or our relationships, but rather by who we are at our core, how we choose to think, feel, and act.
So it's about cultivating our inner world rather than getting caught up in the external trappings of success.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that true fulfillment comes from within.
It's a powerful shift in perspective. It makes you realize that we have more control over our lives than we often think we do.
And that brings us back to the heart of the Miracle Morning, those life SAVERS practices. Each one is designed to nurture those internal aspects of ourselves and create a ripple effect of positive change in our lives.
It's a holistic approach to personal development, addressing our physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual needs.
Exactly. Let's take a closer look at each of these practices, starting with the first S, which stands for silence.
Elrod is a big proponent of starting the day with a period of purposeful silence. What kind of practices does he recommend?
He suggests things like meditation, prayer, reflection, deep breathing, anything that helps you find a moment of stillness in the midst of the chaos.
It's about hitting that pause button on all the mental chatter and just being present in the moment.
Right. And he even provides a simple meditation technique for beginners. You just sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Notice the rise and fall of your chest as you inhale and exhale.
I've tried meditation before, and it can be surprisingly challenging to quiet the mind.
Oh, absolutely. He emphasizes that it's a practice, not a destination. It's okay if your mind wanders. Just gently redirect your attention back to your breath.
It's about training the mind to become more focused and present.
And don't forget about all the amazing benefits of regular meditation. Reduced stress, better sleep, improved focus, and even a longer lifespan. It's a game changer for your overall well-being.
So it's not just about feeling calmer in the moment, it's about creating positive changes that last.
And beyond meditation, Elrod encourages you to try other practices that cultivate silence. Prayer, reflection, spending time in nature. It's all about finding what works for you and creating a ritual that helps you start your day with a sense of peace and purpose.
That makes sense. Now let's move on to the A in Life SAVERS, which stands for affirmations. Elrod is a huge believer in the power of affirmations to reprogram our subconscious mind for success.
He explains that our thoughts, beliefs, and self-talk have a powerful impact on our reality. They shape our actions, experiences, and ultimately our outcomes.
It's like we're constantly sending messages to ourselves, and those messages influence how we show up in the world and what we attract into our lives.
Exactly. And he encourages us to become more aware of our internal dialogue and consciously choose thoughts and beliefs that support our goals and aspirations. It's about recognizing those negative, limiting beliefs that we often hold on to and replacing them with positive, empowering affirmations.
So affirmations are basically positive statements that we repeat to ourselves, either silently or loud, with the goal of internalizing new beliefs and changing our thinking patterns.
It's like planting seeds of positivity in our minds and then nurturing them with repetition and belief.
He shares his own personal experience of using affirmations to improve his memory after his car accident, which is a powerful example of how this technique can create real and lasting change.
It's incredible to think that even after such a traumatic experience, he was able to use affirmations to rewire his thinking and improve his cognitive function.
What kind of steps does he recommend for creating effective affirmations?
He suggests starting by identifying the areas of your life that you want to improve, whether it's your health, your finances, your relationships, or your career. Then you delve into your whys, the reasons behind those desires. It's about connecting with your deepest motivations, the emotional fuel that will drive you to make those affirmations a reality.
Once you've connected with your whys, what's the next step?
Then he suggests considering who you need to become to achieve those goals. What qualities, beliefs, or habits do you need to develop? Once you have a vision of your ideal self, you can start crafting affirmations that reflect those qualities. It's about speaking your desired reality into existence, using those affirmations as a blueprint for the person you want to become.
So how do you actually go about writing those affirmations?
He emphasizes writing them in the present tense, as if they are already true, and using strong, positive language. So, for example, if you want to improve your confidence, you might write an affirmation like, "I am confident and capable of achieving anything I set my mind to." Or if you want to attract more abundance into your life, you might write, "I am a magnet for wealth and prosperity." It's about creating a mental picture of yourself already living in alignment with those affirmations.
It sounds like it takes a lot of conscious effort to shift your thinking in this way.
It does. He stresses the importance of reading those affirmations daily, preferably out loud, with conviction and emotion. It's not enough to just passively read them. You have to really feel the emotions, embody the qualities as you speak those words aloud.
So where does visualization fit into all of this?
Visualization is a powerful tool for amplifying the effectiveness of affirmations. It's about creating a vivid mental picture of yourself living in alignment with those affirmations, seeing yourself achieve those goals, feeling the joy and satisfaction that comes with it. Imagine you're creating a movie of your ideal life and playing it on repeat in your mind. That's visualization.
So how do you incorporate visualization into your Miracle Morning routine?
Elrod provides a simple 3-step process. First, you get crystal clear about your goals. Maybe you create a vision board or write a detailed list. Make those goals as specific and tangible as possible. The clearer the vision, the easier it will be to bring it to life.
What's the next step?
Then, close your eyes and visualize yourself achieving each goal one by one. Immerse yourself in the details. Really experience the emotions that come with that success. Feel the pride, the excitement, the sense of accomplishment.
It's like a mental dress rehearsal for success.
Exactly. And finally, visualize who you need to be and what you need to do to achieve those goals. See yourself taking action, enjoying the process, and overcoming any obstacles that come up.
Now let's move on to E in Life, SAVERS, which stands for exercise. Elrod is a big advocate for morning exercise. He talks about how even a few minutes can boost our energy, improve our health, enhance our mood and focus throughout the day. I have to admit, I'm not always motivated to exercise in the morning, but I always feel better when I do.
Oh, I hear you. It's a common struggle. But the benefits are undeniable. And the best part is there are so many options. Yoga, stretching, running, cardio, strength training. Find what you enjoy and what fits your lifestyle.
He even suggests incorporating simple exercises into your miracle morning routine, like jumping jacks, push-ups, or running in place if you're short on time.
Think of it as a way to wake up your body along with your mind. Energize yourself and prepare for a day of peak performance.
Next up is R, which stands for reading. Elrod believes that reading, especially books focused on personal development, is one of the most effective ways to accelerate our growth and achieve success in all areas of our lives. I'm a big reader myself, so I can definitely relate to this one.
It's like having access to the wisdom and experience of countless mentors all within arm's reach. And Elrod recommends making time for reading every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. He believes that consistently exposing ourselves to new ideas and perspectives can have a transformative effect on our lives.
And there's a book out there for every interest and goal imaginable: finance, business, relationships, health, spirituality, you name it.
He suggests incorporating reading into your miracle morning, dedicating a few minutes each morning to absorbing new knowledge from books that align with your goals and interests. And he encourages us to go beyond passive reading. Highlight key passages, take notes, reflect on how you can apply what you're reading to your own life.
I find that taking notes really helps me retain the information and integrate it in my life more effectively. It's about making those insights actionable, turning knowledge into wisdom.
Exactly. And finally, we have S. The last letter in life, SAVERS, which stands for scribing or journaling. I've always found journaling to be a helpful tool for self-reflection and processing emotions.
Elrod is a big believer in journaling as a way to facilitate self-discovery, reflection, and personal growth. Think of it as having a conversation with yourself on paper, a safe space to explore your thoughts, feelings, and experiences without judgment or censorship.
He suggests incorporating journaling into your miracle morning routine, spending a few minutes each morning writing down your thoughts, feelings, insights. He also offers various journaling prompts and techniques, such as gratitude journaling, where you list the things you're grateful for, and intention journaling, where you set your intentions for the day ahead.
He also encourages us to use journaling as a way to review our day, reflect on our experiences, and identify areas where we can improve. It's a way to become more self-aware, to notice our patterns, our reactions, and our choices, which can then lead to more conscious and deliberate actions.
And don't forget the many benefits associated with regular journaling. Reduced stress and anxiety, improved emotional regulation, increased self-awareness, and even enhanced creativity and problem-solving skills. It's incredible how such a simple practice can have such a profound impact.
It really can. So there you have it. The 6 practices of the Life SAVERS routine, each one offering unique benefits and contributing to a holistic approach to personal development. But as we've discussed, the Miracle Morning is about more than just these 6 practices.
It's about the shift in mindset that they cultivate. It's about taking ownership of your life, prioritizing your well-being, and committing to becoming the best version of yourself. And it's also about recognizing that even small, consistent actions can lead to incredible results over time.
Now, I know we've touched on this briefly, but I'd like to go a bit deeper into Elrod's analysis of mediocrity. He offers a perspective that challenges conventional thinking.
Right. He argues that mediocrity isn't just about being lazy or lacking talent. It's about a set of choices and mindsets that hold us back from reaching our full potential.
And he identifies 4 key culprits that contribute to mediocrity. Can you remind us what those are?
The first culprit is a lack of purpose. He believes that without a clear sense of why we're doing what we're doing, it's easy to feel lost and unmotivated. We might just go through the motions, settling for less than our best, never feeling truly fulfilled.
It's like wandering through life aimlessly, without a compass to guide you, easily swayed by distractions and external forces.
Exactly. A sense of purpose gives us direction, focus, and the drive to overcome challenges and pursue our goals with passion and resilience. Elrod encourages us to take the time to identify our purpose, whatever that may be. It could be related to our careers, our relationships, our personal growth, or our contribution to the world. It's about reflecting on questions like, what brings me joy? What am I passionate about? What impact do I want to make on the world? By answering these questions, we gain clarity on what truly matters to us and align our actions with our values and aspirations.
Once we have a sense of purpose, what's the next hurdle we need to overcome?
The second culprit is what Elrod calls isolating incidents. It's the tendency to treat each decision or action as if it's independent and has no lasting consequences. It's that cheat day mentality applied to life. We tell ourselves that one late night, one unhealthy meal, one missed workout won't make a difference in the long run. But the truth is, all those choices accumulate over time, and they can lead us down a path we didn't intend to go.
So it's about recognizing that even seemingly small choices can have a big impact on our lives, especially over time.
Right. Elrod encourages us to shift our perspective and recognize that every choice we make, no matter how insignificant it may seem, contributes to shaping our future. It's about developing a sense of responsibility for our actions and recognizing that even those small, positive choices, when repeated consistently, can lead to extraordinary results.
So purpose and recognizing the impact of our choices. What's the third culprit?
The third culprit is a lack of accountability. Elrod believes that without external support, guidance, and structure, it's easy to get off track, lose motivation, and fall back into those bad habits. It's human nature to seek comfort and avoid discomfort, which can often lead us to prioritize instant gratification over our long-term goals. Accountability provides the structure and support we need to stay committed, even when we're faced with challenges or tempted to give up. He suggests finding accountability partners, mentors, coaches, or joining support groups to provide encouragement, guidance, and a sense of responsibility for our actions.
So it's about having someone to answer to, someone to help us stay on track and keep us motivated.
Exactly. He also emphasizes the importance of setting clear goals, tracking our progress, and celebrating our successes along the way. By creating a system of accountability, we increase our chances of actually achieving those goals and breaking free from that cycle of mediocrity.
And what about the fourth culprit?
The fourth culprit is a lack of personal development. This goes back to that Jim Rohn quote. Your level of success will rarely exceed your level of personal development. Elrod is a firm believer in continuous learning, growth, and self-improvement as essential ingredients for success and fulfillment. He encourages us to invest in ourselves, whether it's through reading books, attending workshops, seeking out mentors, or engaging in activities that challenge us and expand our horizons. When we prioritize personal development, we develop the skills, knowledge, and mindset necessary to navigate challenges, overcome obstacles, and reach our full potential. But when we neglect personal development, we stagnate, become complacent, and limit our possibilities.
So Elrod's analysis of mediocrity highlights 4 key areas we need to pay attention to if we want to create extraordinary lives. Purpose, the cumulative impact of our choices, accountability, and ongoing personal development. It's a powerful framework for understanding the patterns and choices that can hold us back, and it empowers us to make more conscious decisions that move us towards our goals.
And to really drive home the point about the power of pushing past those self-imposed limitations and achieving seemingly impossible goals, he shares that personal story of running a 52-mile ultramarathon despite hating running.
Oh, yeah, that story. It's such a powerful illustration of the miracle morning philosophy in action. It shows how we can transform our lives by embracing challenges, stepping outside of our comfort zones, and cultivating a mindset of growth and possibility.
He sets the stage by revealing that he wasn't a runner. In fact, he was afraid of running. The fear stemmed from his car accident and the possibility of re-injuring himself. It's pretty remarkable that he chose to run an ultramarathon given those fears.
What motivated him to take on such a daunting challenge?
He was inspired by stories of friends and clients who had completed marathons. He realized that if they could do it, so could he. So he took a leap of faith and committed to a 30-day training program, gradually increasing his mileage, pushing through the discomfort and the self-doubt.
That must have been an incredible journey, both physically and mentally. Did he ever feel like giving up?
He describes those stormy days as a transformation from unbearable to unstoppable. He had to confront not only the physical demands of the training, but also all those mental and emotional barriers. There were definitely moments of doubt and struggle, but with the support of his friends and fueled by his deep sense of purpose, he kept going.
And he crossed that finish line. It's such a testament to the resilience of the human spirit.
Absolutely. And you know what's so inspiring about this story? It wasn't just about running. It was about breaking free from fear, self-doubt, and those limiting beliefs that hold us back. It was about proving to himself that he's capable of achieving anything he sets his mind to, no matter how daunting the challenge may seem.
It's about realizing that our limits are often self-imposed. and that we have the power to break through them if we choose to.
Exactly. And that's exactly the kind of mindset shift that Elrod wants to cultivate with the Miracle Morning. It's about embracing challenges, stepping outside of our comfort zones, recognizing that we're capable of so much more than we think.
So it's not just about waking up early. It's about waking up to your full potential, embracing a growth mindset, and taking action towards the life you want to create.
Beautifully said. But let's be real. It's one thing to read about these concepts, and it's another thing to actually implement them in our lives. I'm sure some listeners are wondering, is it realistic for everyone to create and stick to such a structured morning routine, even a modified version?
That's a great question, and Elrod addresses it directly in the book. He acknowledges that not everyone will be able to, or even want to, dedicate a significant amount of time to personal development each morning.
He stresses that it's not about finding a one-size-fits-all approach. It's about finding what works for you. Maybe you start with the full life SAVERS routine, or you try the 6-minute miracle morning, or maybe you just pick one or two practices that really resonate with you and start there. The key is to find a way to make personal growth a priority, however that looks in your individual life.
And he encourages readers to be patient with themselves. Don't get caught up in striving for perfection. Focus on making progress, one small step at a time.
Exactly. It's about consistency and building those positive habits, not about being perfect right out of the gate.
Now, I know we've talked about external versus internal a bit already, but I'd love to hear more about Elrod's perspective on how we tend to view our lives. He encourages us to shift our focus away from external circumstances and pay more attention to those internal components that shape our reality.
That's such an important point. It's easy to get caught up in comparing ourselves to others, focusing on what we lack, or letting external circumstances dictate our happiness. Elrod challenges us to shift our perspective inward, focusing on those aspects of ourselves that we have control over.
And he introduces the concept of PIES to help us understand those internal components. Can you explain what PIES stands for?
PIES stands for physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual. Elrod argues that our lives aren't defined by our jobs, our bank accounts, or our relationship status, but rather by who we are at our core, how we choose to think, feel, and act. It's about recognizing that true fulfillment and happiness come from within, from developing those inner aspects of ourselves that contribute to our overall well-being.
It's about cultivating our inner world rather than getting caught up in chasing external validation or achievements.
Exactly. And it's about recognizing that we have more power over our lives than we often think we do. We can choose to focus on those things that we can control, like our thoughts, our beliefs, our attitudes, and our actions.
It's empowering to think that we have the ability to shape our own reality rather than being at the mercy of external circumstances.
And that brings us back to those life SAVERS practices that we've been talking about. Each one of those practices is designed to nurture those internal aspects of ourselves, the physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual. By incorporating these practices into our lives, even in small ways, we create a ripple effect of positive change that extends outwards into all areas of our lives.
It's a holistic approach to personal development, addressing our needs on all levels.
Exactly. So let's dive a little deeper into each of these practices, starting with the first S, which stands for silence. As we discussed earlier, Elrod is a big advocate for starting each day with a period of purposeful silence. He suggests practices like meditation, prayer, reflection, or even just deep breathing. He believes that in our increasingly noisy and chaotic world, finding those moments of stillness is absolutely crucial for reducing stress, increasing self-awareness, and gaining clarity.
It's about hitting that pause button on the mental chatter and allowing ourselves to simply be present in the moment.
Exactly. He even offers a simple but effective meditation technique that's great for beginners. You simply sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath, gently inhaling and exhaling, noticing the rise and fall of your chest. He emphasizes that it's a practice, not a destination. It's okay if our thoughts wander, which they inevitably will. The key is to simply acknowledge those thoughts without judgment and gently redirect our attention back to our breath, returning to the present moment.
It's about training our minds to become more focused and present, more aware of the thoughts and feelings that are constantly swirling around in our heads.
And remember all those incredible health benefits associated with regular meditation. Reduce stress, improve sleep, enhance focus, and even an increased lifespan. It's not just about feeling calmer in the moment, it's about creating positive changes in our physical and mental health that can last a lifetime.
So meditation is a great option, but it's not the only way to cultivate silence. Elrod also encourages us to explore other practices that resonate with us, like prayer, reflection, or spending time in nature. It's all about finding what works for you and creating a ritual that helps you start each day with a sense of peace and intention. Now let's move on to the A in Life SAVERS, which stands for affirmations. Elrod is a firm believer in the power of affirmations to reprogram our subconscious mind for success and create lasting positive change in our lives. He explains that our thoughts, beliefs, and self-talk have a profound impact on our reality. They shape our actions, experiences, and ultimately, our outcomes. It's like we're constantly sending messages to ourselves, and those messages influence how we show up in the world and what we attract into our lives.
Exactly. And Elrod encourages us to become more aware of that internal dialogue, to consciously choose thoughts and beliefs that support our goals and aspirations, rather than holding on to those negative, limiting beliefs that can hold us back. That's where affirmations come in. Affirmations are positive statements that we repeat to ourselves, either silently or aloud, to internalize new beliefs and change our thinking patterns.
So it's about replacing those negative self-defeating thoughts with positive, empowering ones. It's like rewiring our brains for success.
Exactly. And one of the most powerful examples of this is Elrod's own experience of using affirmations to improve his memory after his accident. It's incredible to think that he was able to overcome such a significant cognitive challenge through the power of affirmations.
It really highlights the potential for transformation that exists within each of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Elrod doesn't just tell us to use affirmations. He provides a step-by-step guide in the book for crafting affirmations that are tailored to your specific goals and desires.
Can you walk us through those steps? I'm curious to hear how he breaks it down.
He starts by suggesting that you identify the areas of your life that you want to improve, whether it's your health, finances, relationships, career, or anything else that's important to you.
Okay, so first you get clear on what you want to change.
Right. Then he says to really dig into your whys. Why do you want to make those changes? What are the deeper motivations behind those desires? He believes that connecting with those deeper motivations is crucial because they provide the emotional fuel that will drive you to make those affirmations a reality.
It's about tapping into that intrinsic motivation that will keep you going even when things get tough.
Exactly. Once you've connected with your whys, he suggests that you envision who you need to become to achieve those goals. What qualities, beliefs, or habits do you need to develop to become that person? Once you have a clear picture of your ideal self, you can start crafting affirmations that reflect those qualities. It's like you're creating a blueprint for the person you want to become, and then using those affirmations to speak that reality into existence.
I love that. It's about taking a proactive approach to personal growth rather than just waiting for things to happen.
And when it comes to actually writing those affirmations, Elrod emphasizes a few key points. He says to write them in the present tense as if they are already true, and to use strong positive language that resonates with you. So for instance, if you want to boost your confidence, you might write an affirmation like, I am confident and capable in all that I do. Or if you want to attract more abundance into your life, you might write, I am a money magnet and abundance flows into my life effortlessly. It's about creating a mental picture of yourself already living in alignment with those affirmations.
So it's not just about stating what you want, it's about embodying those qualities, believing that they are already a part of who you are.
Exactly. And he emphasizes the importance of reading those affirmations daily, preferably out loud, with conviction and emotion. It's not enough to just passively read them. You have to really feel the emotions, embody those qualities as you speak the words aloud.
That makes sense. It's about engaging your whole being in the process, not just your mind.
Right. And you know what can really amplify the power of affirmations? Visualization.
Ah, yes, visualization. That's something Elrod talks about quite a bit in the book. Can you tell us more about how visualization works and how to incorporate it into our miracle morning routine?
Visualization is a powerful tool for creating a vivid mental picture of yourself living in alignment with those affirmations, achieving your goals, and experiencing the joy and satisfaction that comes with it. It's like creating a movie of your ideal life in your mind and playing it on repeat.
So it's about engaging our imagination and using it to create the reality we want to experience.
Exactly. And Elrod provides a simple 3-step process for incorporating visualization into your miracle morning. The first step is to get crystal clear about your goals. What do you want to achieve? Write them down, create a vision board, whatever helps you make them as specific and tangible as possible. The clearer your vision, the easier it will be to bring it to life.
What's the next step?
Once you have a clear picture of your goals, close your eyes and visualize yourself achieving each goal, one by one. Immerse yourself in the details. Really experience the emotions that come with that success. Feel the pride, the excitement, the sense of accomplishment as if it's happening right now.
So you're not just thinking about it, you're actually feeling it, experiencing it in your mind.
Right. And the final step is to visualize who you need to be and what you need to do to achieve those goals. See yourself taking action, enjoying the process, overcoming any obstacles that come up. It's like you're mentally rehearsing for success, preparing your mind and body for what's to come.
So visualization is like a mental dress rehearsal for success, helping us to embody the qualities and actions that will lead us to our goals.
Exactly. And when you combine visualization with affirmations, you create a powerful synergy that can accelerate your progress and help you manifest your dreams more quickly.
I love that. Now let's move on to the E in life, SAVERS, which stands for exercise. Elrod is a big advocate for the power of morning exercise, even if it's just for a few minutes. He believes that even a small amount of exercise can make a huge difference in our energy levels, our health, our mood, and our focus throughout the day. I know I always feel so much better when I start my day with some movement, even if it's just a quick walk or some stretching.
It's like you're waking up your body along with your mind, getting the blood flowing, energizing yourself, and setting the tone for a productive and fulfilling day. And the great thing is there are so many different ways to get exercise, so you can find something that you actually enjoy and that fits into your lifestyle, whether it's yoga, running, swimming, dancing, or anything else that gets you moving. Find something that you look forward to doing and make it a part of your miracle morning routine.
He even suggests incorporating some simple exercises into your routine, like jumping jacks, push-ups, or running in place if you're short on time. Something is always better than nothing.
Exactly. It's about making movement a non-negotiable part of your day, no matter how busy you are. Now let's talk about R, which stands for reading. Elrod is a firm believer in the power of reading, especially books focused on personal development. He sees it as one of the most effective ways to learn, grow, and expand our horizons.
It's like having access to the wisdom and experiences of countless mentors and thought leaders all at our fingertips.
Exactly. And he recommends making time for reading every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Even small amounts of reading over time can have a profound impact on our lives. And with so many amazing books out there covering every topic imaginable, there's something for everyone. Whether you're interested in business, finance, relationships, health, spirituality, or anything else, there's a book out there that can help you learn, grow, and achieve your goals.
Elrod suggests incorporating reading into your miracle morning, dedicating a few minutes each day to absorbing new knowledge from books that align with your goals and interests. He also encourages readers to go beyond passive reading. Highlight those key passages, take notes, and reflect on how you can apply what you're reading to your own life. It's about making those insights actionable and turning knowledge into wisdom.
Absolutely. And lastly, we have S, the final letter in life, SAVERS, which stands for scribing, or as we've been calling it, journaling. Journaling is a powerful tool for self-reflection, processing emotions, and gaining clarity on our thoughts and feelings. It's like having a conversation with yourself on paper, a safe space to explore your inner world without judgment or censorship.
Elrod suggests making journaling a part of your miracle morning routine, spending a few minutes each morning writing down whatever comes to mind. Your thoughts, feelings, dreams, goals, or anything else you want to get out of your head and onto the page.
He also offers a variety of journaling prompts and techniques to help you get started, such as gratitude journaling, where you list the things you're grateful for, and intention journaling, where you set your intentions for the day ahead. It's amazing how just a few minutes of journaling can make such a big difference in our mindset and outlook.
He also encourages us to use journaling as a way to review our day, reflect on our experiences, and identify areas where we can improve. It's a great way to become more self-aware and to start noticing the patterns and choices that are shaping our lives.
And beyond the practical benefits, journaling also has a number of therapeutic benefits. Studies have shown that regular journaling can reduce stress and anxiety, improve our emotional regulation, boost our self-awareness, and even enhance our creativity and problem-solving skills.
It's fascinating how such a simple practice can have such a profound impact on our well-being. So, as we wrap up our deep dive into the miracle morning, it's clear that Elrod has provided a comprehensive roadmap for personal transformation, packed with practical tools and strategies that anyone can use to create a more fulfilling and successful life.
It's not about being perfect or achieving some unattainable ideal. It's about taking ownership of our lives, making conscious choices, and committing to becoming the best versions of ourselves, one step at a time.
It's about recognizing that even small, consistent actions can lead to incredible results over time.
And it's about remembering that we have the power to create the life we want, starting with how we choose to spend those precious morning hours.
Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll see you next time.